What is good, ladies and gentlemen, niggas? It is your boy, MoonMonkey, coming at you with another episode of In the Lab. And right now, we're gonna be whipping up in the lab with, let's see, who do I want to go with? Let's see. Matter of fact, yeah, let's actually do In the Lab with Little Mac today. So let's get it popping with Little Mac, baby. We gonna get it popping, and what other better stage to go for Little Mac than the boxing ring? So let's do this shit, baby. Alright, so let's get into Little Mac's moves. So Little Mac is quite the quick motherfucker on the field. He's actually the third fastest character in the game. He's coming in right under Captain Falcon. So third fastest character, which means he could definitely close in the distance a hella quick. Nigga look like he moving fast too. Nigga look like he a fucking speed racer car. Go speed racer, go speed racer, go. But enough about that. His jumping capabilities, while he is fast, his jumping capabilities isn't that good. I believe he's tied with Falco for the 38th to 39th heaviest character in the game. If we actually set Mario to jump as well, we can kind of compare your jumping capabilities. So let's see, jump. So as you can see, Little Mac definitely starts to fall a lot faster than Mario. So you can definitely see, and Little Mac doesn't really peak as high as Mario at the top of his jump. Mario definitely peaks a lot higher than Little Mac. So you can definitely see Little Mac, definitely his forte is definitely not in the air, and that's to great reason too. So we'll get into that a little later, probably in another episode. But for the time being, we're going to get into Little Mac's jabs. So Little Mac, like a lot of characters, they have a 1-2-3 hit jab, and they got a 1-2 jab that leads into a multi-hit jab. So this is 1-2-3 hit jab. So 1-2-3 does a nice 11% in total. So that's really nice right there. And his multi-hit jab, he goes jab jab, and he pretty much do anywhere from 2 to 3 hits in that multi-hitting jab, and that last finisher will do nice 3%. So that's really nice right there. So you want to be mindful of that. So that's just throwing out that multi-hitting jab is a nice way of just locking your opponents, kind of forcing them to DI out of. And if there's anything they're close to DI, just release your A button, and you're just gonna finish off your opponent at a nice percent. So that's really good right there. Little Mac's jabs is definitely a good move to have around, so you definitely want to keep that on deck. Little Mac also has good tilt. His forward tilt is really nice. Does a nice, I believe that's 12%. Real nice. It's a 1-2 hit damage, so I believe it's a little too fast. We probably reset the percent real quick, so let's reset down to 0. So yeah, so it looks like the first hit is 4, and that final hit is 8%. Put him at a nice 12. I mean, it's simple math right there. Really nice. Down tilt, really nice as well. Does a nice 8%. Pops up your opponent. Up tilt, let's pop Mario up. Up tilt's nice 9%. Seems like a nice decent percent. You could definitely probably chain multiple of these, so that's really nice right there. So those on Little Mac's tilt, really nice. I like that 1-2 jab tilt, really nice there, just poking out your opponent. He kind of lunges a little forward while doing it. As you can see, as I do this, Little Mac actually inches closer while doing it, so that's definitely a nice way to just kind of close in on your opponent, even if they're a little bit farther away from you. So even if like typically a jab right there won't really reach, Little Mac, since he kind of moves forward, is able to just nick out your opponent just in time. So that's really nice right there. Alright, so let's get into Little Mac's smash attacks. Now, Little Mac has some really nice smash attacks. All of his smash attacks have super armor, which will make him a complete threat on the ground. So if we actually set Mario to attack and roll back, hopefully throw a fireball out. Hold up, let's wait for him to throw a fireball. Hopefully he will throw one out. If he does, there we go. As you can see, Little Mac will soak up all those hits and just continue powering through everything a nigga will send at him. So Little Mac is definitely a beast on the ground. And speaking of his forward smash, which I just did right there to soak up that fireball, Little Mac has 3 variations of his forward smash. So he has that standard forward smash, so if you pretty much just charge it up and just flick it forward, you can just deck real nicely for a nice 20%. Well, actually, let's just flick it. There we go. So 19% right off the bat with a standard throw out forward smash. And then let's actually reset Mario's percent back to 0. Then he has another variant. Let me just do it a little way so you actually can see the difference. So this is the forward one. And then he has one if you arc it downward. So charge it up, arc it downward. He actually swings his fist downward. Then he has one where he kind of uppercuts his fist upward. So you can actually see him just uppercut his fist. So that's really nice. So you can actually see that uppercut, see that body blow, and see that power punch. So they're all different and send people at different trajectories. So if I do the up version of it, so I charge it up, swing it up, you can actually see it pops Mario up. Down version of it actually kind of pops him away, not far enough, but it kind of keeps in immediate range. And the forward smash definitely has a lot more knockback power. So if you angle down Little Mac's forward smash, you can actually use as a really good shield breaker. So that's gonna be a good way to just kind of press your opponent's shield, and might actually be able to break it as well. So you can actually use it as a really good way to just mix up your opponent. So if they like to shield, you can definitely throw that out. And Little Mac's up smash version of that forward smash is really nice. It pops them up. So definitely nice way just to pop up your opponent. So that's pretty much all of Little Mac's forward smashes. His down smash is really nice. Nice sweeping motion. There's a nice 12% at the front. Let's see if it has a sweet spot to it. So let's see if we actually could. Let's try at the base. So at the base of the smash attack. Alright, there's 12%. Let's see at the tip of it. Alright, so let's look at this 12% all around. And let's see. Let's actually reset the percent back down to 0. And let's try the backswing. So, hold up. Actually got rid of the info chart. So let's bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Alright, so that's nice. 12% all around. So that's what it's looking like for his down smash. And its up smash is really unique because it has a sweet spot to it. So, sweet spot of up smash, if you get it right, you actually see fire. So right there I did not get it. But this is the sweet spot of it. You actually see a little bit of a stop motion and you actually see the fire. So you know when you get that sweet spot in it if you see that little burst of fire in the opponent. So that's really nice. So that's pretty much all Little Mac smash attacks. Up smash, forward smash with all of its 3 variants. And then you got the down smash, which does 12% all around. So that's really nice. So that's pretty much all smash attacks for Little Mac. Really nice, really nice. Alright, so let's actually start seeing when Little Mac begins to start killing niggas. Let's see. Because this nigga definitely can pack a punch. This nigga can deck niggas like probably as low as... Let's start off with probably like 100%. Let's start at 100%. Because this nigga definitely has power. So let's actually... Well, from the middle of the stage... A deck will definitely kill anybody. So if you know 100% one simple forward smash is gonna kill him, you know that shit's gonna kill anywhere. So 100% a nigga's life is on notice. So be mindful of that. So let's bump Mario down to 90%. Deck a nigga right in the face. Alright, so hold on. Let's not miss. Let's not miss. Yeah, so it looks like once a person reaches 100%, their life is definitely on notice. Once again, guys, I'm just using Mario as a reference. 100% is not going to be a kill percent guarantee on every character. What might work on Mario may not work on, say, a Donkey Kong or a King DDD, so be mindful of that. So yeah, alright, so that's pretty much his forward smash, but we definitely have 3 variations of that forward smash, so let's try the upswing variation of that. So let's swing that upwards. So yeah, that definitely is going to kill at 100%. And let's try that underswing. So, hold up, that's a tilt. We'll get into the tilts later. I don't think any of his tilts will kill, well, not really around 100%. They'll have to kill later, but not 100%. But let's try that underswing. Hold up, let's not miss it. And that downswing. Downswing doesn't really seem to have much killing power. So, downswing is definitely going to be used for that shield breaker property, like I mentioned before. So, you don't really want to use that downswing for anything but shield breaking, for shield pressure and shit like that. Upswing definitely seems like a good way to get lighter characters. So if you got like a Jigglypuff, definitely want to throw that up smash because it definitely is a good way to killing characters, especially for levels with low ceilings. So keep that in mind. Let's try Little Mac's down smash. Now Little Mac's down smash doesn't seem like it's going to be killing at 100. Let's bump him up to probably 120. That good 120%. There we go. Yes, 120, especially around this area where I'm dancing around with Little Mac. Definitely looks like it's going to be a good area for killing from 120. Let's see, middle of the stage? No. Middle of the stage, 120 is not going to start killing, so be mindful of that. Alright, let's try up smash. So up smash looks like it might kill, especially with the sweet spot. Sweet spot will do the job. So let's see when you're not sweet spotting. So I want to try to get Mario to jump real quick. And I'm going to try to nick him on his way up, so, or way down. Yeah, so way up. Alright, so it looks like 120 is killing regardless. So even if you're not sweet spotting. So let's try bumping that down to 100. And let's try to get a 100 sweet spot. So let's actually take Mario. Let's see if he sweet spot him. Let's miss the sweet spot on purpose this time. Alright, so 100 definitely looked like it's not going to kill one. But let's actually get the sweet spot this time. So let's put Mario to stop. And let's try to get that sweet spot. So let's reset this percent. Yeah, so 100 definitely is going to kill. So 120 looks like it's definitely going to kill if you're not sweet spotting the up smash. Let's bring Mario down to 90%. Sweet spot, 90. Yup, that's definitely going to kill. Let's bring him down to 80. Let's see. Come on down, Mario. Come on down. 80. Alright, so you can definitely start DIing out of 80. Probably 90 as well, depending on your character. So yeah. This definitely is a good move for killing as well, so that's definitely nice. So we pretty much did all of his smash attacks, so they definitely have some good killing power. Without further ado, let's actually get into Little Mac's aerials. Spoiler alert, they really ain't that good. But let's get into them. Alright, moving on to Little Mac's aerials. Now, Disclaimer, Little Mac is definitely going to be a ground fighter. He is definitely not going to have any killing moves in the air. So let's move on to Little Mac's Nair. So Little Mac's Nair, nice 1-2 pop. You can definitely throw out a lot of these to kind of follow up your opponent to the ground. He definitely throws them out quick enough so you can definitely pressure them. But they're not going to, like I mentioned before, have much killing power. They're just kind of like soft little hits. And speaking of soft little hits, that's pretty much going to be the case for all of his aerials. So forward air, not much knockback. Like I mentioned, that soft hitting hit. Nice 5%. Back here, I'm thinking that's 5%? No, 6%. So 6% for his back air. And his up air does 5% as well. So as you can see, you're not really catching them that hard with it. And then you got Little Mac's Dare, which is, I guess, is a spike, if you could call it that. His spike is definitely not going to be hitting that hard, 5%. If you do manage to get a spike, it's definitely going to be like the softest spike you ever did see. It's like you're just hitting a nigga with some Snuggies right now. Nigga ain't feeling no type of pain. So you definitely want to be mindful of how you're throwing out your aerials, Little Mac. While they're not good for killing power, they can definitely be used for setups for possible other punishes. So they definitely do have their uses. They're not. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Little Mac's aerials are useless, because there are uses. As long as the move exists, you can definitely use it to put. You could definitely use it in some degree in the battlefield, but as of right now, killing is not one of those uses. So moving on to Little Mac's grabs. Little Mac has some pretty decent grabs. His pummel does nice 2% each for each pummel. Then you got his down throw. Down throw does a nice 9%, so that's really nice. Back throw, nice 9%. Once again, it's a two-part hitting. Forward throw, nice 8%. And I think his up throw, yeah, up throws does 7%. So they have nice setup potential for them, so you can definitely lob your opponent up. Down throw, definitely a nice way, kind of pop your opponent up in the immediate area. And back throw's a nice way to just throw your opponent off. I don't think he has any killed throws. Let's see. Let's bump Mario up to 120. That's that good percent that we always like to use to see what move usually kills. If any of them have any signs of killing potential, this is a good percent to see. So let's see. Up throw. No, up throw doesn't look like it's going to be killing anytime soon. Let's see. Back throw. Back throw might, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Forward throw. No, forward throw doesn't look like it. And down throw doesn't look like it's going to do anytime soon. So let's see up throw once more. Yeah. Alright, so maybe up throw and back throws, maybe. Depending on where you are. You definitely see a lot more momentum of Mario being launched with that back throw. So maybe a little higher percent. Yeah, I could definitely see probably like around 70, which doesn't seem that practical. But it definitely looks like it could definitely start killing. But once again, his grabs are not going to be used for killing. It's definitely going to be used for just setups, kind of popping your opponent up, maybe for like some aerial or probably some special reads. So keep that in mind. So that's Little Mac's grabs in a nutshell. Not really good for killing, just more so just for setups. Alright, so let's get into Little Mac's special attacks. Now, Little Mac has two neutral specials. So the first neutral special is a kind of like a lunge fist. So the first lunge fist, you kind of just like charge up your fist, depending on how much how long you charge it. So as you charge up your fist with that neutral beat, his fist will swing from blue to red. So you gotta be careful what color his fist is, the color of the aura of his fist as he charges. Once you reach that red, you're gonna get some end lag on that fist. So you gotta be careful of that. As you charge it up, if you just simply charge it up and then let it go, you do 9% as you nick Mario, but I believe you do more percent towards the base. So whenever you do it, yeah, as you can hear right there, you see 14% right there. So you want to make sure when you do it, you probably want to do it as close as possible to the base of the opponent. Nice 14% at the base. And if you just charge it up and just barely nick opponent, let's try it again. I just want to barely nick Mario. Oh, that's 14% right there. He definitely does slide a bit when doing it, so let's see. There you go. You can see a little 9% right there. Let's charge up a little more than that. So let's bring Mario back down to 0. And let's charge it up a little more. No, that's still 40%. Yeah, so as long as his fist is in the blue, he's going to be doing 40% on initial impact. But once you enter that red... Oh, hold up. Because it looks like he charged up a little more, so let's see. Yeah, so yeah, it looks like it's gonna do 40% regardless if you're in the blue. But once you reach that red, you're gonna do 25%. The longer you charge, the farther you will lunge. So keep that in mind. So once you reach that red, you're gonna do a lot more power, but at the risk of ending lag. So keep that in mind. So you definitely want to be sure when you're throwing that out. Now, the alternate version of Little Mac's neutral beat is his KO punch. And in order to get this KO punch, you're gonna have to fill up that meter right above your percent display over Little Mac. And so in order to do so, you're going to have to pretty much do damage to your opponent or deal damage yourself. So let me do that right quick. Alright, so there we go. Now that we have the KO punch, all we really need to do is just pretty much land it off. And this KO punch is pretty much safe against counters, shields, pretty much anything really. I mean, well, I don't think you can, yeah, you can't really shield it, and I don't think counters really work on it. If anything, counters will probably get pushed back, but I haven't really seen anybody block this move with a grab. So most cases, you probably just want to run and stay away from it. And this move, I believe it kills as low as probably like 20%. So anywhere from 20 to like 40% is definitely a good range to kill just about anyone on the field. So whenever you had that, you are on the offensive. You want to see when you're actually able to do it. So be careful though, because the KO meter does not last forever. If you wait too long, it will just eventually go away and you got to start over again. So you got to be mindful of that. The next of Little Mac's specials is Little Mac's down B, which is a counter. So if Mario throws out an attack on time this time, do it now. Alright, wait for the nigga to attack me. There we go. As you can see, Little Mac will begin to lunge. So let's wait for it. There you go. So as you can see, Little Mac definitely has some really nice counter. He kind of lunged forward, and he also will lunge forward in the air as well. So let's see. There you go. So as you can see, Little Mac definitely does lunge in air. So you got to be careful of that. You don't want to face the wrong way when countering, because if an opponent hits you, you will lunge in the wrong way, and you definitely do not want that to happen. So be mindful of that. Little Mac's counter is definitely nice. It's a nice 10%. I don't think it's really gonna scale. Let's actually take control of Mario real quick. And I'm going to charge up a smash attack. And let's actually see if it scales. So, wait for it. And, yeah, so it looks like it does scale. So, the harder you charge, it looks like it's probably going to scale. That's really nice. Next of Little Mac's specials is his Jolt Haymaker. Really nice 14%. Let's see. Yeah, so it looks like it's doing 40% regardless of where you are. So, the distance has been shortened a little bit since, like, the release of Smash Bros. On 4. But he definitely has a lot of power on him. I think he lunges a lot faster a lot farther on the ground than he does in air. In the air, he doesn't lunge that far, as you can see on the ground. If I stand right by this star, Little Mac, well, let's move Mario out the way, because I think Mario will trigger the Jolt Haymaker punch downward. But as long as we stand like right where the star is right here and then lunge, Little Mac will end up right where Mario is. And the last of Little Mac's specials, Little Mac's Upbeat. Now, Little Mac's Upbeat, you definitely will get a lot more mileage out of it on the ground. He will go a lot more higher on the ground than he does in the air. And he does a nice 10%. But if you can see, if you jump in the air and do it, well, let's see. If you actually get Mario to jump and then do it. Hold up, let's actually try to get Mario. So for comparison, we did 10% to Mario. Get Mario to jump. Let's try to get Mario in the attack. So let's reset Mario's percent back to 0. Alright, so just for reference, as we saw before, we did 10% to Mario from the ground. So if you get Mario, yeah, so there's 7% in the air. So be mindful of that. So 10% on the ground, 7% in the air, and the killing power doesn't seem to be that great if you're doing it in the air. So you did well. It might be a little great because that final hit does seem to do a nice amount of damage, but not as great as if you were on the ground. I think it is a good killing move as well. So let's actually see when the killing power of this up B will be really effective. So let's bump him up to probably like 125, 120. So let's do just that. 125 right here, and let's start Mario on the ground. Alright, so 125 looks like it's closing out the stock. Let's see, 120. Come on down, Mario. 120 looks like it's definitely going to be a good killing percent. Let's try 110. Come on down, Mario. 110 looks like it's a nice killing percent as well. Let's see. 100. Alright, so 100 doesn't look like it's going to kill. So 110 definitely is going to be that sweet spot. You might be able to DI out of 110, possibly 105. So be mindful of that. But yeah, his let's try it when he's in the air as well. So let's actually jump Mario and then try it again. Alright, so let's try again in the air. So while Mario's at 100%, let's try it. Let's see if it will kill in the air. Yeah, so it doesn't look like it's going to kill in the air. But let's see. Let's bump Mario up to 110. Let's see if he'll kill in the air from 110. So let's see. Yeah, so it looks like he will kill at 110. So it looks like he will kill from the ground or the air at 110. I think you have a better chance of killing probably like say off the top on Battlefield, the top platform with the up B, since you're able to get a little more altitude, you push them a little higher, closer to that blat zone than you are from the ground. So you definitely want to be mindful of that. But yeah, ground or air, it looks like you're definitely gonna have a lot of killing power with that up B. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So once again, guys, I don't know everything about Little Mac. This video right here is just pretty much a showcase of all Little Mac's moves and the killing power of those moves. Next video that we do with Little Mac, we'll talk about the kind of like the advanced techniques of Little Mac's, about what exactly you can do to kind of tactics you can pretty much utilize on field. That's pretty much it. Alright, niggas, until next time, we'll be in the same exact place, doing the same exact motherfucking thing, and we'll be whipping up in the lab, baby. We in this shit. Let's go.